Bonjour, YouStormer. It is the 24th of October 2024, and we're going to take a look at the world storms. And we have got a very, very intense hurricane out in the Pacific. That's Hurricane Kristy. And we've got an ex hurricane here, and I've forgotten the name. Kristy is a beast at 135 knots. That is 1 knot off Hurricane Category 5 intensity. Having said that, I think they're going to downgrade that intensity because it doesn't look like it's as strong anymore. I'm going to back up the animation so that we can see when it was a bit stronger. Here we go. So this one is hourly and it goes back 28 hours, and you can see in the middle there it pops a pretty distinct eye when it was probably at its maximum intensity. I'm going to stop it at that location, take a look around, probably around there. That's when it was strongest. Let's check out the intensity graph and see if that matches out. So that is about, let's say, 20 UTC on the 23rd. I don't know, the intensity satellite derived is still pretty high up there. It has backed off a tiny bit at the end. I think that peak intensity around 20 UTC, 24th seems about right, 23rd rather. So I guess it had this great structure anyway during the daytime on the 23rd. So we should be able to see some really nice visible satellite imagery. So I'm going to load that up. That took way longer than I expected. This is actually the GOES 18 satellite view. So this is the new satellite. I think it might be slightly higher def than the GOES 17, GOES 16, GOES 17. But it looks amazing, this hurricane. Really distinct eye. Oh dear, there it goes. You know what, I might as well just zoom in since it's reloading, and let's take a closer look at that eye. Yeah, wow. So, I mean, if they had at 135 knots, let's just say it reached Category 5. Hurricane Kristy is not going to any land at all, really. Yeah, it's out there. It's going to head off. First, it's heading off towards the northwest, and then it kind of stalls and falls apart as we head it through the weekend. With Monday, it then getting ingested into the trade winds, and then kind of heads towards as enhanced trades and a plume of moisture heading into Hawaii. So I think they'll get an uptick in rainfall into the later part of next week. It's quite a long way away, but it is going to fall apart. The other ex-hurricane we were looking at out in the Atlantic is actually ex-Hurricane Oscar, that briefly became a hurricane as it moved through the Inagua Islands. It came from the Turks and Caicos as a tropical storm, became a hurricane minimal, and then stalled over Cuba before it turned back to the north, and that's why it's up there as an extra tropical cyclone out in the North Atlantic. And check this out. This was captured by Sentinel-2 on the 18th of October. These are a whole bunch of lee vortices kind of interacting with one another with their little eyes, forming on the downwind side of these volcanic islands, with these big islands in the Aleutians. And so as that stratocumulus cloud deck comes through, it has a stable cap on top that kind of forces the air around the side of these islands, and then all of these swirls are created. Meanwhile, over in Eastern Asia, we've got it's all going down over here. We've got a whole train of systems over here. Trami, tropical storm Trami, is here into the South China Sea, which is in here. And then we've got the strongest of the three, Dana, and that's actually making landfall in India. So it's going to bring heavy rain, strong winds. It's actually probably hurricane strength by now. We're checking in on it. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's probably Category 1 hurricane. At the last projection at 24 UTC, 24th of October. That was quite a while ago. That was 60 knots, so then it was intensifying to 70 and back to 65. So making landfall as a strong tropical storm, maybe just a possible minimal hurricane. But nonetheless, it's going to bring a big surge, a lot of waves, and very heavy rainfall. It's quite a large system. So Dana is going into northeastern India and also going to be impacting Bangladesh as well. And then Trami is heading into the South China Sea. It's not going to intensify much. It's just going to wander in, but it's quite large. It's going to bring rain, continue to bring rain to the Philippines and then into Hainan and Vietnam. And then we've got stuff out here developing. Looks like JTWC likes 98 West to be a developer. So let's have a look at it. So here is the wind analysis forecast from ECMWF, and these are the two systems here. They're kind of in tandem with one another. I'll just delete that first of all. You can just see the wind fields are kind of together. But as we go forward, we're going to see this system eventually develop in the European Center model. I have to check the others to see if it's in all of them, but it comes up. Strong winds, tropical storm force, large circulation, another large system, but this time heading a little bit further north and getting caught up, probably in a passing up-level trough. It begins to turn before it reaches the Philippines or Taiwan, and it is heading up in the European Center model towards Japan, and that looks like a typhoon to me. Oh, that's certainly a typhoon. Let's just click back to here and see what the GFS says. Oh, so the GFS is taking it more southerly track and into the Philippines. I suppose this is going towards next Wednesday. So this is going to be an interesting one to watch. Will it turn to the north, go towards Japan, or will it head into the Philippines and provide more misery to Luzon? We'll just have to wait and see. Meanwhile, over Australia, it is the pre-monsoon in the north. That means it's hot, hotto-motto. And it also means thunderstorms are beginning to pop up over the Tiwi Islands. This is the Hector thunderstorm from the 23rd. And also it means bushfires, and there are a lot of them. That is it for today. Let me know what you want to see in the next video. Well, okay, one more thing. Here is a quiz for you. Where do you think this is? In fact, what continent? It'll make it easy. Just which continent is this on? Let me know in the comments or on the Discord, and I will reveal the answer at a future date.